Hello. I heartily welcome Liz Truss's 150 billion pound plan to, over the next 18 months, attack the accelerating energy bills and alleviate some of the cost of living crisis. However, I have unsettlingly come across two groups that are taking some issue with that plan. Pardon me. Firstly, the prestigious Resolution Foundation think tank has announced that under the plan, rich people are going to receive double the support that poor people will. And secondly, a new group calling themselves UKelectricitywatch.org claim that a huge proportion of that money is going to pay for electricity at grossly inflated prices. The just released Resolution Foundation study shows that wealthier people will receive approximately £4,700 worth value, if you will, of benefits from tax cuts, VAT cuts, national insurance, increased deferrals, green energy levy deferrals, etc., etc. But the effects of the same on poorer people will produce less than half that, only £2,200. Duh. If you reduce taxes, it doesn't do a whole lot for people who don't earn a whole lot. And if you cut VAT, it doesn't do much for folks who are cutting back on spending and deciding between eating and heating, does it? I mean, I've been banging about this for ages, but pardon me, I didn't expect that anybody would actually hear it. So the aberration in net benefits between the wealthier and the poorer results from the fact that the administrative costs of targeting by demographics who gets how much would eat into the money being doled out so badly that it would make the whole thing not worth doing. So I get that. And let's assume, therefore, that there is really nothing that can be done about this anomaly. But, let's at least get the poor people more money than a couple £1,000, which isn't even going to cover Liz's new home energy bills of £2,500. And that even if the rich do get even richer, as they always seem to do. Now, if UKelectricitywatch.org is correct, and I'm certainly not saying they are because we've only just started looking into this, and both they and the more established Resolution Foundation are, of course, organizations with their own agendas, so everything needs to be taken with a grain of salt. But nevertheless, it's interesting to consider this. The position of UKelectricitywatch.org is that 80% of our British consumed electricity, our British electricity consumption, is inflated by the price being pegged to the price of gas on the international markets. And given that 80% of our electricity does not come from international gas at all, but comes from cheaper sources like renewables, solar and wind, comes from nuclear, comes from our own domestic gas production. Why in the world, they say, are we paying these huger prices? And they actually say that more than £60 billion over that 18-month period of that 150 or 170, it changes every day, billion, is being unnecessarily spent on paying for electricity, where it could be reduced. So taking a simplistic view, if they're even half right, I'm wondering if they're even a quarter right, and who knows, time will tell. Somebody will, somebody scientific and far more intelligent and talented at these sort of things than I will tear this stuff apart and say, yeah, they're right. I mean, we're wasting, X pounds per year. Some of that can be taken and given to the poorer demographics, to the poorer people. Now, Liz says she doesn't want to do handouts, but gosh, I mean, that's what she's really doing. So for goodness sake, do something that counts a bit more than what you've done, Prime Minister. Thank you.